Welcome back, guys. In my last video you saw me dip my grill in a graphite gray, and I think it turned out great. If you haven't seen that video yet, I'll leave a link down in the description. That way you can go check it out. Today I'm going to be doing the same thing, but I'm going to be dipping my wheels. So stay tuned, guys. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to want to do is I want to break these lug nuts loose while the truck is on the ground. For that, it is a 21mm socket, and I'm using a breaker bar here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so I got all the lug nuts broken loose. See, I can turn most of them by hand, except this one. I want to loosen that one up a little bit more. Ooh, that's bad. I wonder if that one was cross-threaded on there. No, it feels good. All right, I can loosen all of them by hand. Should be good to go. All right, now we want to lift the truck up, and I'm only going to do one wheel at a time. I'm going to use my tailgate as a workbench again, like I did in the previous video. All right, good. Now I've got the wheel high enough off the ground that I should be able to take it off, and we'll get started with that wheel. Now, like I said, all the lug nuts are already loose. I'm just going to take all of them off real quick. Take the wheel off. All right, that was easy enough. I'm gonna go ahead and pop that center cap out. There we go. Okay, so to prep this wheel to be dipped, I'm gonna go ahead and get it cleaned up. I've got some glass cleaner here, and I'm gonna make sure that I get it cleaned up really nicely, get all of this brake dust off of here. All right, that looks pretty damn clean. Get in these little grooves right quick. Yeah, I think we're ready to go on this one. All right, now I'm gonna get the wheel prepped and get it ready. I've decided not to do this on my tailgate. I saw the way that the truck is leaning right now with having it up in the air, and I've decided that I'm just gonna do this on the ground. So I put a trash bag underneath it, just so I don't get the Plasti dip all over the concrete. So I'm gonna start off here, and he got a little bit of this painter's masking tape. I'm going to tape off this thing right here. All right, that should be good enough. I just don't want it to get in there and keep me from being able to open it. Now the next thing I've got is index cards here, and I'm going to put index cards around the edge here to help keep the Plasti dip off of the tires. Hopefully the wind doesn't blow and blow all these away. I'll just put them inside the bag so it won't do that. All right, now this one's a little bit of a tight fit here because these tires fit the wheels very well. So even though these are thin, it doesn't really just drop right in. This is definitely the most tedious part of this. Now obviously, you know, if you don't want to do this, you can let the Plasti dip get on your tires and you can peel it off of there. I just don't want to take the time to peel it off. that's probably about the best it's gonna get. And I gotta hope that the wind doesn't blow too hard, because if it does, these are gone. I think we are as ready to go as we're going to be. Now let me grab my can and I'll get started on this. Okay, so I've got my can here, shaken up nicely. So we'll get started. Like I said in my previous video, you want your first coat to be light. You'll let that dry and then you'll start with additional coats. Now I'm gonna start up here. All right, first coat is done. We'll let that dry for a minute and then I'll move on to the next coat, and I'll just kind of fast forward you guys to that point. Okay, so I gave it some time to dry and I'm gonna move on to my next coat here. So I'm gonna start around the edge, then go a little bit heavier with this coat. All right, second coat is gonna dry for a second, then I'll go even heavier with the third coat. All right, going in for coat number 3. A little heavier this time. Now you'll end up doing a whole lot of coats of this. You'll want it thick, so if you ever go to remove it, you can peel it off easily. So you want to spray it on as thick as you can. I'll probably end up using this entire can on one wheel. All right, so I finished up with the first wheel and I just could not be happier with the results. It looks great. And I managed to keep most of the plastic dip off of the tire, which is good, which means I won't have to peel it off of there. But you can see I got a few of the little speckles on the tire. Actually, I don't even know if you can see that or not. But yeah, looks great. Really does. I'm going to do the other 4 tires, and then once I'm done with that, I'll show you what it looks like. Well, look at that, guys. I got one whole side done. And you didn't even have to see my face in any of this video. Isn't that great? But I'm going to go ahead and call it a night here because the sun's going down. And well, I'm just not gonna have any light to work with. So if you're not following me on Instagram, I'm gonna put my Instagram name probably somewhere like between my hands, somewhere maybe around here, maybe. Go follow me on Instagram, comment, subscribe, like. Excuse me, let me clear my throat. Comment, subscribe, like, you know what to do. See you guys next time.